Brown, the fifth-year player out of Bucknell. Good outside shooter. Prince Ilyasova getting a piece of the rock. Ersan, it is for 3. Sixers still without a three-point.
Room to operate. Quick, compact move.
Ilyasova able to answer at the other end. 30-year-old, again, bought out by Atlanta. Several teams he has played for. Sean Holmes getting a piece of the rock there. Prince, nice pass.
Out the basketball, Prince, who just shot it a couple times previously down the floor, this time looking to pass.
There's the first 3 of the game for the Sixers after missing their first 5. Compliments the 10th-year professional from Turkey, Ersan Ilyasova.
Workout, got a real feathery touch, does Lee.
He's a terrific player. 3 years in all with Drexel Dragons. Ended up transferring to Louisville. Ilyasova.
Ball in his hands, whether it's in transition that time in the half-court set, getting in the painted area.
Here's a guy who is averaging a triple-double over his last 9. Brett Brown will get 3 new Sixers in at the next opportunity. Ilyasova becoming the man for the Sixers, hauling the load. He's got 9 here in the first. And we have a timeout on the floor with 2 and change to go here in the first. Sixers shooting a few ticks above 52% so far. Markelle Fultz on the floor for the first time. Rookie out of the University of Washington. Had an excellent floor game in his first 2 games since his return from that long absence. Ilyasova's been very aggressive here. He's got 9. Gone to NBC Sports Philadelphia to win an authentic fan experience. Plus, get a VIP tour of our NBC Sports Philadelphia studios. All next Friday, April 6th against King James and Cleveland. The Sixers meet require you to spend most of the year in the G League as Dorsey goes for the goal. Into the game for the first time, Miles Plumlee, 6th-year player. All right, Molly, we thank you so much. Fultz getting minutes now with Simmons on the bench. That is Ilyasova. And it will belong to the Atlanta Hawks.
No need to fade.
The 31st time he's done that this year. Only Kyle Lowry has done it more, and only one more time.
Well, I know the guy who run him over wasn't on the squad at the time Ersan was here, but he certainly should have read the scouting report. It's what 2-3 likes to do. Plant and absorb the contact.
J.J. Redick, and he absorbed the contact. And he matches wits here with the Sixers' Dario Saric, surrounded by, among others, Ersan Ilyasova, who promptly took it away. That ends a nice Sixer run. Here's Redick, bats for 2, and down it goes for J.J. Redick. His 3rd hoop gives the 11th pick in the 2nd round last summer. For Dwayne Dedman. Boy, Simmons, it's a cliche, but it's true in his case. He really makes it look easy as Ilyasova hits another 3. That is for 3. Ilyasova has his miss. Simmons behind the back to Bellinelli, got it off and in. The average is 16.5. The Sixers now get some serious separation, maybe some rest in order. The players like J.J. Redick. 3. Ersan Ilyasova turning garbage into gold. He's played well against his former team. 16 in a 16-minute run. Scala for 3 and east of Philly.
Correct, sir. I remember taking that ride. Not much out there.
I did it once for a Princeton game when I was doing Princeton basketball.
There you go.
Bellinelli thinking 3. There it is. Ersan Ilyasova capturing his 9th. Bellinelli will try it again. And down Down it goes for Marco Bellinelli.
Finding his backcourt shooter, Marco Bellinelli, cocked and loaded.
Fultz, quarterback in the Sixers with J.J. Redick. Her son Ilyasova launching and missing the three. Out there with Marco Bellinelli.
But the hustle back from Shishi as well. Great steal and transition.
I mean, the guy is just 2 for 9, that guy?
Well, yeah, that guy who does everything else.
Exactly. Ilyasova hitting the deck. Bricked by White. Hawks trying to keep it. Charge controls. Ilyasova lays in 2. Continue to try to build a culture even with players who were not going to be with the team going forward. And I just think he deserves a lot of credit. And what Mike Budenholzer says, it's almost like you're giving him, not that he wouldn't deserve it, from doing all of that, and now he's really turned it around. He's developed players and has done a remarkable job, I think, overall.
No question about it. Here's the thing that I take away from Coach Brown and his impact on the team. He is an island of positivity in the middle of a sea of, at times, Mark, with some really negative waters. It wasn't that long ago this team was 10-72, and yet Brett Brown, a lot of other organizations would have sent someone else new in, and he would have reaped all the benefits, but they're allowing Brett Brown to have his day in the...
Now in the absence of Joel Embiid. Ilyasova gave it up for the Sixers' 15th turnover. That was Ersan trying to take a travel, but, or I should say he was trying to take a 16 from the floor tonight. Atlanta against the Sixer defense shooting just 33%. So good for the Sixers without their best defensive player, Joel Embiid, locking down the Hawks, especially in that third quarter. Ilyasova, by the way, a Sixers one addition he and Marco Bellinelli have been.
Added depth, added scoring, shooting, and some toughness as well. And we know about Ersan's defense.
Bellinelli getting a ring with the San Antonio Spurs.
La